Good afternoon. It's very difficult to take the last session before lunch, and it is even more difficult if it is first session after lunch. लेकिन I will ensure that neither you will slip into your WhatsApp nor you will get into sleep. It's a challenge, but let me try. I can't sit or stand. I have to walk. तो पोडियम के पीछे खड़ा रह के बात करना मुझे इतना इंटरेस्ट नहीं है जैसा खुला है. So thank you boys who chased me, and thank you for giving me an opportunity to address youth who are going to be tomorrow's future's prosperity. I have a story. The story doesn't change. The title of my talk keeps changing. किसी आदमी का स्टोरी बदलता है क्या? नहीं बदल सकता. So let me also tell in that story what makes one to survive. It's not the fittest. There are many things. So this story has some 25 slides, and let me take you through these. True universities. People think that गांव में कुछ सीखना नहीं मिलता है, एक्सपोजर नहीं मिलता है. जो गांव में एक्सपोजर मिलता है वो शहर में नहीं मिलता है. Only problem solving is the only work from morning to evening, because there is only problems. And there is no theory in that university, no professor. Every problem you have to undergo, solve. Next problem, undergo, solve. What is true experience? It's not the number of hours, number of years you sat in a chair. It's the number of problems you have solved in your life. Agreed? So village means problems, and problem solving means he is a very powerful man. Lucky are those who are born in a village. I had 60 meals out of 100 meals in a month. That means neither I was malnourished nor I was adequately fed. Life has to be only that. Malnourished, you may die. And if you are overfed, charbi chad jayega. And I keep telling, lucky are those who are born to poor. Lucky are those who are born in village. What these slides? So that you will have an experience of having seen a movie, scripted, directed, acted, also comedy, and you will enjoy the flow of it. Yeah, that's the first slide. This slide is a bit touching to me. Recently there was Olympics. All who were blessed with full health only got silver. The challenged got the gold. Which means it's not good to be blessed. Which means you better be challenged. Right? The next slide, please. Do you see an MBA there? That's the only MBA I have got. I got a second MBA also. You want to know? Mumbai. Is there an MBA inside Mumbai? Very much there. So दो MBA मिल गए तो क्या होगा? वो भी गांव से एक और शहर से एक. Villages are true universities. People think that गांव में कुछ सीखना नहीं मिलता है, एक्सपोजर नहीं मिलता है. जो गांव में एक्सपोजर मिलता है वो शहर में नहीं मिलता है. Only problem solving is the only work from morning to evening. Because there is only problems. And there is no theory in that university. No professor. Every problem you have to undergo, solve. Next problem, undergo, solve. What is true experience? It's not the number of hours, number of years you sat in a chair. It's the number of problems you have solved in your life. Agree? So village means problems, and problem solving means he is a very powerful man. Lucky are those who are born in a village. I had 60 meals out of 100 meals in a month. That means neither I was malnourished nor I was adequately fed. Life has to be only that. Malnourished, you may die. And if you are overfed, charbi chad jayega. And I keep telling, lucky are those who are born to poor. Lucky are those who are born in village. Why lucky are those who are born to poor? What is the reason? Reason is, success in life is delta. Delta is equal to x2 minus x1. x2 is where you are today and x1 is where you were that day. And if x1 was 0, will you lose? Poor have nothing to lose. Lucky are those who are born to poor. Because rich has fear of losing, because rich only has. The one only who has will be losing it. The one who doesn't have it will not lose it. Is that clear? Yes. Why I emphasize this is survival of the fittest. When it comes to the poor survives, rich comes. I want people to understand the strength comes from poverty. One day I was shouting at my daughter for not doing things properly in a very rude tone. And she looked at me for a few seconds and retorted, "Dad, you had the luxury of poverty." What is that? Luxury of poverty. I want you people to understand. Poor means lucky. I am investing 1 crore on CNBC's one of the serial, which will start from next Saturday evening 6:30. 8 weeks it will come. The program is known as Luxury of Poverty. How poor people, India is a poor country. It's the luxury. The reason is, poor only can become rich. Rich will become poor. Is that clear? Yes, absolutely. We must relish our poverty first. The next slide, please. Go back. So that's my Twitter handle. And I have around 2,500 punchlines. And you can release them. Next one, please. So that's the luxury of poverty. I don't think any of you will like to study in a school like this, will you? लगता है आपको समझ में आ गया कि मैं बोलना क्या चाहता हूँ. जो नीचे कभी बैठा ही नहीं है, वो ऊपर कहां से आएगा? ऊपर आना है तो नीचे बैठना है. So this is a school which I believe is powerful enough, made me very powerful enough. My parents were not for education, because if had I gone to work in the field, there was one more meal per day possible. Tamil Nadu government was very good. The chief ministers introduced midday meal scheme, put midday meal in the school so that children will go to school for the meal. आजकल इतना बच्चा इतना धनवान है, कोई उतना नहीं सोचता है. कैंटीन में बर्गर नहीं तो उस कॉलेज में ज्वाइन नहीं होते. और एक हाथ में प्लेट था, दूसरा हाथ में स्लेट था. ये मेरा memory about my school days. Lucky are those who are born to poor. I want you people to remember a couple of more slides. What way poverty made me powerful. The next slide, please. Work-life balance. Look at that, ladies. I picked up this slide because a photograph copied from internet because my mother, I don't have a photograph, and it looked like my mother managed us like that. One teacher, 5 classes. The village had no electricity, and anybody wearing chapel is said to be rich children, and anybody wearing full trousers is said to be royal family. आजकल half trouser पहनेगा तो ही royal family होते हैं. Now sit down here. लंबा कहानी जा रहा है तो आप लोग वापस आ जाओ ना. Come, I don't want this. अगर पैंट, हाफ पैंट, वो भी फाड़ा रहेगा तो बहुत धनवान है. डिक्शनरी, एटलस, ये चीज हमारे घर पे नहीं था क्योंकि वो बहुत महंगे वाली चीज थे. और मेरा ग्रुप फोटो 12th स्टैंडर्ड का 2 रुपया का दाम, और मुझे खरीदने के लिए पैसा नहीं था. Lucky are those who are born to poor. Poor should celebrate. Next slide, please. So 1978, I finished my graduation. By the way, if you want to know why I finished the graduation, in the entire taluka, all graduates had beautiful wives. देखो उस उम्र में भी इंसेंटिव क्या था. I failed in 50 interviews in Coimbatore. In all the 50 interviews, I asked only one question. Do you have experience? गधे, कौन सी यूनिवर्सिटी में एक्सपीरियंस मिलती है? डिग्री ही मिलते हैं. तो जब ये 50 बार फेल हो गया तो मुझे एक फीलिंग आया कि मैं हीरो हूं. तो फाइल ऊपर पे का पकड़ा और सोचा अगर मैं ये कंपनी चालू करूं तो उसमें एक्सपीरियंस को नहीं लूंगा, सिर्फ फ्रेशर को ही लूंगा. आज मेरे पास 1000 बच्चे हैं. For all of them, I'm the first employer. So this is something philosophical. Lucky are those who are born to poor, because you get to have some philosophies in life. The second one, by any chance, if somebody did not ask me about the experience, the next question he will ask, can you elaborate about yourself? Gade. English is a language. English is not knowledge. I find every HR making the same mistake. They take people with good language inside and they will reject all those who have good knowledge. So this is another important thing. Finally, एक कंपनी में काम मिल गया, एक कैप्सूल मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंपनी है. This is not euros per hour, INR per month. 1978, 79, 80, 81, 4 years. कितना इंक्रीमेंट हर साल मिला देगा? उस जमाने में नौकरी.com नहीं था. मैंने सोचा 1000 रुपया पगार आ जाएगा तो शादी कर ले. अच्छा हुआ कंपनी बंद हो गया, नहीं तो आज तक मेरा शादी शायद नहीं होता था. Then I decided I must leave Coimbatore because somewhere I felt, in life, you must know how to reset the button. Very often we don't do things right, things don't go well. If you know how to reset the button, life gets a new direction. So I decided to leave to Mumbai. Of course, soil and culture of Tamil Nadu is very difficult to forget. Of course, any state has the similar cultural bonds. Jallikattu, कितना बड़ा national मुद्दा बन गई. Parents and siblings, they are in the ration card. Life is nothing but ration card. Is that clear? Your father is from one ration card, your mother is from another ration card, one ration card is made in which you have come. And that ration card in which you will be going separate, and you will make your own ration card in which you will have one more person from another ration card and you will get one more boy there, right? Life is nothing but ration card to ration card. Movies of Rajinikanth, songs of yeah. So songs of dances of Kamala Hassan and dialogues of Rajinikanth was something not easy to forget. And finally I sat in a Janta Express, Coimbatore, until I reached Solapur. बहुत रोया था. सोलापुर में उतर के पहले बार जिंदगी में एक वड़ा पाव खाया था. जिंदगी बदल गई. Then I stayed in VT railway station in 1982, August 18, 1920, because मेरा पास पैसा नहीं था होटल चेक इन करने के लिए, क्रेडिट कार्ड नहीं था और क्रेडिट कार्ड रखने के लिए पर्स भी नहीं था. Lucky are those who are born to poor. Success in life is delta. Delta is equal to x2 minus x1. x1 was VT railway platform. होने के लिए कुछ है क्या? बिंदास. The next slide, please. So I got a job, dream job. Anybody who finishes engineering, technology, science, that's physics, chemistry, mathematics, all have a dream that name BRC में research scientist बनना है. वहाँ research होता है क्या नहीं वो भी नहीं पता, लेकिन जरूर. Recently ऐसा एक वेबसाइट का नाम सुना है, मुझे माधुरी बनना है, माधुरी दीक्षित बनना है. So BRC में scientist बनना है is the dream, and I got the dream job. Gazetted officer. I was working there from 1982 to 1995. By the way, if my name is Dr. Velumani, don't think I am a medical doctor. I was a mathematician. I came to BRC, they asked me a question, where is thyroid? I was thinking that thyroid is somewhere here. And then I thought I should not bluff, and I said I don't know, and I got a job. In 1982, I don't know where thyroid is. In 1992, I finished a PhD in thyroid biochemistry. And in 2002, I ran world's largest thyroid testing laboratory. I want all children to remember, अगर आप OE किया, अगर आप OE किया जिसमें आपका पढ़ाई था, आप सर्वे करेगा. अगर आप वो किया जिसमें आप पढ़ाई किया ही नहीं है, तो लीडर बनेगा. तो मौका मिला तो रीसेट करो. मौका मिला तो रीसेट करो. I have suddenly become a scientist, and I was a gazetted officer. My wife was a bank officer. Comfort zone. I was 37, my son was 7 and my daughter was 5. Go to the next slide. Oh, that's the picture perfect. Your grandmother wants you to you be like that, and you also want you to be like that, and you also want your children to be like that, right? This is the dream. But I felt a comfort zone means danger zone. Please note, by any chance, if somebody अगर कोई सड़ गया, उसका मतलब वो comfort zone में बैठा था. So I took a decision. After I myself asked a few questions. Number 1 question: जीने आया या जीतने आया? अगर जीना ही है तो कोयम्बतूर में भी जी सकता था. अगर मुंबई आ गया तो जीतना. बड़ा होना है या बुढ़ा होना है? बुढ़ा तो अपने आप हो जाता है. अभी सरकार में रहेगा तो जल्दी हो जाता है. तो बड़ा बनना ही है. बड़ा बनना है तो रिस्क लेना है. रिस्क लेना है तो सरकार की नौकरी छोड़ना है. So I was a restless kid. My mother used to tell me I am a restless father. Sorry, son. My daughter tells me I am a restless father. I think restlessness is must. Otherwise, you will rust and die. Please note, काही वाईट हो मत. मराठीमध्ये म्हणतात नुसतं बजू नका. नुसतं बजू नका. And there is a proverb in Tamil. I will translate in Hindi and tell you. Take a long hair, tie a knot in that hair, put it on a hill, pull the hill. आया तो पहाड़, गया तो पहाड़. Have you understood? आया तो पहाड़, गया तो 2 लाख रुपया मेरे पास प्रोविडेंट फंड अमाउंट था. उसमें बिजनेस में डाला. Today it's worth 3,500 crores. बाल वापस नहीं आया. पहाड़ पहुंच गया. Right? So I want all of you people to also think. And then last one, what will I lose? Did I bring anything to Bombay? No. I was a poor man. I started my journey in India railway station. Lucky are those who are born the poor. I want you people to understand the power comes only when you have courage. And courage comes only when you have nothing to lose. The next one, please. What is the title? You can't do both. Many people start discussing. If you start discussing, you can't decide. Please don't discuss anything with your family members, especially with the spouse. Because I have suddenly remembered one warning I must tell you. बच्चे लोग सब अनमैरिड है, तो ये मत बोलो. मेरा एक लेक्चरर आया था स्टोरी बोलने वाला, उसने बोला डिस्कस और डिसाइड. हमने डिसीजन ले लिया किससे शादी करना है. In 1982, I left my home without discussing with my father. टिकट दिलाया. In 1986, I married without discussing with my mother. देखो कैसा असर है, इधर से भी असर है. All of you must be thinking it must be a love marriage, right? Yeah, that's the exact problem. Actually, my father-in-law loved me. Anybody who has a daughter of marriageable age has to find out who could be a potential son-in-law, and he found out that I am potential son-in-law, and he was chasing me again and again. Finally, I thought, let me have a look at the girl and then decide. I went and had a look at the girl. Not impressive. When you find a girl, she is very impressive. When your father-in-law shows a girl, she may not be impressive, right? I came back, sat down, and I did not respond to them. He walks again and again. 5 times he walked. I was living in a paying guest accommodation, and I told that, Auntie, आएगा तो बोल दो मैं अंदर नहीं हूँ. तो 5 बार अंदर नहीं है बोला, तो I thought I must now face the realities in life. You can't escape. And I told him, look, I want to talk to your daughter for 1 hour. Then only I can take a decision. So he arranged for an 1 hour discussion. In 1 hour, how many minutes are there? 55 minutes. I only talked. Five minutes, absolute silence. I decided to marry her. So that's the decision. डिस्कस किसी से किया ही नहीं है. और ऐसा कोई जिंदगी में कभी मिलेगा नहीं है. पूरा 1 घंटा में और लड़की एक शब्द भी नहीं बोला. By the way, you must be all wondering why you didn't discuss with your mother. The decision लेने के बाद discussion नहीं होता है, और information होता है. I resigned my government job without discussing with my wife. 10 years after marriage, very happily married man, goes to office in the morning, comes back in the evening after resigning his job. तभी WhatsApp नहीं था, मोबाइल फोन नहीं था. ये भी नहीं बोल सकते कि मुझे पूछा क्यों नहीं. So I resigned and came home. Night, 2 o'clock. She asked me, आप आज सोया नहीं है? मैंने बोला, resign कर दिया. She knows I don't joke. And when she heard, that time she was horizontal, then she became vertical. 31 सेकंड का साइलेंस था. I was waiting what words she will tell. She told me, अगर कल से आप नहीं जाएगा ऑफिस, मैं भी नहीं जाऊंगी. अरे ये बैंक पगार से ही मैंने डिसीजन लेके घर पे आया. और रात को 2 बजे दम थी. अगर आप नहीं गया, मैं भी नहीं जाऊंगी. तब तक मैं हॉरिजॉन्टल था. Another 30 seconds absolute silence. और मैंने बोला, चलो साथ जिएंगे, साथ मरेंगे. We both took a decision to not to go to office subsequently, and I want you people to understand. Had I discussed 2 days before that decision, मेरा father-in-law मेरा घर पे बैठता था. गधे. गेजेटेड ऑफिसर करके मैंने लड़की दिया. अभी क्या नाटक है. होता था ना, मूर्खाई मत देना, डिसीजन लेना. डिसीजन. आई थिंक मुझे एक हिंदी का मूवी का याद आता है, जो सलमान खान बोलता है, मैं एक बार डिसीजन लेता हूँ, खुद का नहीं सुनता हूँ. And in Tamil, Rajinikanth says, ना ओरु तटव सुना, नूरु तटव सुना. He takes once means is told 100 times. The fourth one, decision. Thyroid testing at only 100 rupees. पूरा दुनिया 500 रुपये में कर रहा है. I decided to do it at 100 rupees. It looked like I'm a crazy guy. Everybody was criticizing, but then that decision, single decision, when everybody is working on 500, Me planning to do at 100 rupees today made me a billionaire. This is courage. It says, biggest does not survive, fittest survives. If you charge more, you will become rich temporarily. If you charge less, you are going to be long-term prosperity. And this decision of mine is based upon one simple philosophy: volume. Work on volume. Ola is on volume, Uber is on volume, McDonald's is on volume, Walmart is on volume. Anybody in this successful world is only because of volume. The last one, cancer diagnosis using a technology called as PET-CT, positron emission tomography, computerized tomography. And this everybody is doing for 25,000 to 30,000, and I do it at 10,000. And I have decided to do things in my own way. Don't copy the neighbor. वो मत करो जो पड़ोसी कर रहा है, क्योंकि फिर आप वही होगा जो पड़ोसी हुआ है. And don't tell me that I am not successful because you are copying the neighbor. All those who copy the neighbor are less likely to be successful. Go to the next one, please. That's Rajinikanth. You must be wondering why I am showing two similar looking photographs. In the month of March last year, I was in Salt Lake City in US, and it was snowing. I wanted my family to understand that the temperature is too low. I took a photograph and sent. After 4 months, this man releases his movie. किसका किसने कॉपी किया रहेगा वो आप anyhow, that's only to get you some humor, because without humor, if I talk, you will sleep. So it is necessary in between I keep injecting that some. The objective in this is, in a 15-gram gland, in a 100-kilogram body, I made a fortune. A brand around a gland. सुना क्या? अभी तक कहीं भी सुना नहीं रहेगा. A brand around a gland. And this was what I was dreaming those days when Bill Gates did not release the PowerPoint. Overhead projector में लिख के मेरा employees को सिखा रहा था. When we crossed 1,000 crore valuation, my wife brought and showed me this, and that becomes a very powerful slide for motivating the youth. Next one, please. Go back. It's there written in Tamil. It says, "Aag वापस आ गया, जरा उसको समझाओ." He comes. His villains are all scared that he has come, and he is telling a dialogue. Nirrupuda. That means it's the fire which has come back, and I have come back. That's the dialogue background. Go to the next one. So if you have a story to tell in Vishwapreneur, and you have told this story in 100 such forum, that means you have disrupted. If you have not disrupted, the story is not a good story. And I look back and see what and all disruptions I have done. There are 5-6 kind of disruptions which I have done. First is lowest cost. Everybody was doing 500, I was doing at 100. By the way, because you want to become an entrepreneur, I must explain you, decode and tell you what was the reason. Everybody has an option either to take profit from the vendor or from the customer. Conventionally, people try to take profit from both sides. I have decided not to take anything from the customer, focus only on the vendor. This is philosophy. If you buy 100 a month, 100 test unit a month, the raw material cost is $3. Everybody bought 100 a month at $3. $3 more is expenditure of converting that raw material into services. Another $4 as profit, so $10 everybody is telling. Nothing wrong, it is natural, uniformly everyone, including Chittale Bandhu, including Krishna Sweets, including Tata Steel, everywhere, X plus profit, fair business. I was the only idiot, according to them that time. Today they call me visionary. Who purchased for $3 and sold the services for $2. Why? Because if you buy 100 a month, it's $3. If you buy 1,000 a month, it is $2. If you buy 10,000 a month, it is $1.50. Today I buy 5 million tests a month, it's $0.50. 30 rupees is my raw material cost, 100 rupees is my selling cost. Entire investor community line lagaya. Have you understood that? The fittest survives. The boldest only can be the fittest. And I want you people to understand that had I charged more, I would have become one more laboratory and I would have been running a BMW and end of the story. The next one is a franchisee concept. India is a country of 25 countries. Sitting in Maharashtra, you can't do business in Kerala, not in Punjab. Sardar cannot be in Tamil Nadu, not be in Bengal. Is that clear? So you have to find a man who is a local man who will run the local business. So I created a concept called as a franchisee. Customer is willing to pay $10. Be nice to the customer. Don't charge $10, take $6. You give $4, you give me $2. That man was worried that he did not hear it correctly. Sir, I keep $4 and give you $2. Is that what you meant? Yes. And he did not sleep from that day until today. And I am peacefully sleeping. Reason is, the concept allows you to reach to nooks and corners of the country, which allows you to build the volume to push the cost of the raw material low. Concept. Got it. And got it straight, and today it's said to be the most innovative concept in the laboratory testing. Air cargo, specimen was only going by road bus. My price was so low. Cochin, Coimbatore, Chandigarh, sample Pura, Mumbai, Anilala. First time specimen is flying. I made sure I am having a single laboratory in Mumbai. I'm getting specimen from all over the country, comes to one location. That is logistic strength. I'm a scientist? No, I'm a logistics scale. The next one is technology. Today people tell tech company. My web server was made in 1996, and before that there was no one who had a web server. Username password came and Velumani came. No. Velumani came because of which username password came. The next one is McDonald. I've done a McDonald. Do you find a McDonald's serving masala dosa? Chinese fried rice? Only burger? Right? I don't do pathology. I don't do microbiology. I only do biochemistry. ऐसा कोई कभी सोचा भी नहीं था कि सिर्फ बायोकेमिस्ट्री चला सकता है. I always want you people to understand. Don't copy the neighbor. Don't follow the neighbor. You think something of your own. There is a likelihood you are the most powerful man. ये थोड़ा हटके सोचा, बात बन गई. I've done a Walmart. What Walmart does? It orders a volume of millions of pieces. I'm doing exactly the same. I have done a Ola. Before Ola came, all taxis were standing for 20 hours and running for 4 hours. Yes or no? Now all taxis are running for 20 hours and standing for 4 hours. Is that clear? When I came into business, thyroid testing machine, which is 1 crore rupee, was only working for 2 hours in a day. बाकी time में वो कड़ा था. अभी only 2 hours it is brought down or shut down for maintenance. Remaining 22 hours it is running. Have you understood? This is power. This makes you fittest. Fittest is not telling that you go to the Talwalkar gym morning to evening and you become fittest. Business fitness comes only when you sweat the asset and create best out of what is in your hand. You can't loot your customer and become powerful. You have to create your system which is lean, efficient, productive and powerful. Once you have done it, the competition has only 2 choices. Either they have to copy you or they have to surrender to you. Is that clear? That means you are the fittest. Otherwise, you still have to work on that. Next slide, please. So, one laboratory in Mumbai, which is connected to 40 air-connected cities across the country. We call it as hubs. Each hub is supporting 30 franchises in that location, in that area. That's 1200 franchises. Each franchisee is supporting roughly around 30 laboratories, that is 36,000 laboratories. And if each laboratory is serving to 10 doctors, I am present in 1/3 of Indian markets. Very fast and very dynamic, and that makes me very powerful. That's the business, and it is all logistics, IT and HR. These 3 words were not known to my college professors. IT तो था ही नहीं, कंप्यूटर नहीं था तो IT कहाँ से आएगा? Logistics, I don't think अभी तक किसी को समझ में आया. और HR कभी किसी को आया समझ में आएगा ये नहीं है. So these 3 are the most powerful words which builds the business. Go to the next one. How many minutes I have finished? 40 minutes, right? Right. If you see competition, you can't see an opportunity. And if you see an opportunity, and then you can't see the competition. एक कमल हासन की मूवी है, उसमें बोलता है अगर आपको पत्थर दिखाई दिया तो उसमें भगवान नहीं दिखाई देगा. अगर आपको भगवान दिखाई दिया फिर उसमें पत्थर नहीं रहेगा. फोकस कर दिया, कंपटीशन नहीं रहेगा. अगर फोकस किया नहीं है, कंपटीशन ही कंपटीशन है. I want you people to understand it very clearly. Fittest is means how do you reach there. All others do pathology, I do biochemistry. All others do a subjective pathology, I do a numerical pathology, that is biochemistry. They are dealing with diseases, I am dealing with the disorders. ऐसा पहला बार सुन रहे हैं ना? Diseases is different from disorders. Acute illness is different from chronic illness. Infection is different from metabolic disorders. Is that clear? And their patients are in hospital and clinic. My patients are at home and office. Their patients are, and my patients are. Competition दिखता है क्या? रजनीकांत. The next one, please. So, 50,000 patients a night, 250,000 tests a night, every night, same night, before midnight. Only in night. न्यूज़पेपर दिन में छाती है रात को? न्यूज़ दिन में कलेक्ट होता है रात को? वेलुमनी का रास्ता अलग ही है. बाकी 45 दिन में काम करते हैं, रात को सो जाता है. मैं रात को काम करता हूँ, दिन में सो जाता हूँ. Mind you, don't copy the neighbor. Next slide, please. So, actually, एक photograph है, वो इसमें आया नहीं है. It's not a laboratory, it's a factory. We are present in 1,000 cities, 1,200 franchises, 5,000 families, 1,000 staff in Bombay, 98% freshers. Age is 24. Mean age of 1,000 employees is, you must be wondering what mean age has got to do. Want to know what is the reason? Look at mean age of Indigo and Indian Airlines. Indigo is 24, Indian Airlines is 45. Indigo is would-be daughter-in-law. Air India is would-be mother-in-law. Look at the balance sheets, you will know everything in that. Please note, keep your employees, keep your company mean age low. Then somebody asked me, sir, how to keep employees young? Keep adding 25% every year freshers. That organization never becomes old. That's another way of looking at HR. Next one, please. So I started in 200 square feet rented garage opposite to Rani Bagh in Baikalla in Mumbai. And today I own 400,000 square feet, 2 such buildings in Navi Mumbai. Other than that, 15 acres of land in Navi Mumbai. All only because I charged too little. Is that clear? So that's the power of thinking a bit different. Go to the next one. By the by, all my punchlines I only write. His punchlines are written by his directors. Take less to get more. जो कम लेना चाहता है उसको ज्यादा मिलता है, जो ज्यादा लेना चाहता है उसको कम ही मिलता है. Take less to get more. Don't copy neighbor. I already told. Resist temptation. There are only 2 kinds of people. One is successful, other could not resist the temptation. Plan to lose. जो खोना चाहता है वो कभी खोता नहीं है, जो खोने से डरता है वो कभी पाता नहीं है. So if at all you want to succeed in life, plan to lose. If you don't lose a million, you can't see a billion. This is another powerful way of looking at it. People don't want to lose. Please note, you have to have a plan to lose. Stamina is ultimate. Fittest. Connectivity is stamina. And you want to listen to my punchline there? जिसका पास स्टामिना होता है, जिसका पास स्टामिना होता है, वो ना बाप से डरता या बास से डरता. Very important is stamina, otherwise you are going to be scared of everyone around. Avoid easy things. What is easy to do is not right to do. What is right to do is not easy to do. I don't know what you will do. If something sounds easy to do, please don't do it. And what is sounding to be very difficult to do, please do it. By the way, you want to know how to find out what is easy or what is right? You want to know? You find out 10 people who love you the most. Go and tell them your project. If they tell, yes, it's good, you do it, please don't do it. And if all of them tell you, please don't do it, just do it. Because all of them want you to do what is easy to do. And what is easy to do is not right to do. Oh, this is the most powerful way of selecting what to do. Be alone and be a lion. This is the same picture Shivaji the boss. He comes out of an helicopter and the villain is standing in front of him with 20 gundas and the villain is asking, क्या शिवाजी आज अकेले आके फंस गया क्या? Right? जिताओ. जो जीतता है वो शायद हार सकता है. जो जिताता है वो कभी हारता नहीं है. जो गाता है वो शायद भूखा मर सकता है. जो खिलाता है वो कभी भूखा नहीं मरता है. The next one, please. I like that photograph. Look at that man. What he doesn't have. What he has. Confidence. Courage. Mind you, any businessman is not going to get everything ready-made in the plate. You need to pedal it. And this is a very powerful photograph which I took from internet. What's my name? Look what is my name there. Who said my father was illiterate? By the way, if you people notice there, I have put some numbers there. Every 6 years I have added a zero. Every 6 years I have added a zero. I am only 58 now and Warren Buffett is 88. कितनी साल बचा है? 30 more years. गिनो कितना जीरो हो सकता है? The next one, please. Want to do business? I think you all are a very ideal crowd to spend a few minutes on this slide. Focus first. If you are not focused, you can't achieve anything. Get it done. काम करो मत, काम कराओ. जो काम करते हैं वो बुढ़े होते हैं, जो काम कराते हैं वो बड़े होते हैं. So get the work done. That means employ people. Romance with risk. Don't read it otherwise. Learn storytelling. I'm sure all of you enjoyed my last 1 hour of storytelling, right? Storytelling is very important, without which people are not going to follow you. Focus on IT, HR and logistics. These three things make you very powerful. Use technologies, otherwise you can't scale up, you can't make a national brand or a global brand. Be frugal. Want to understand what is frugality? If you spend for you, it is frugality. And if you spend because somebody else is watching, that is stupidity. Is that clear? Padosi. Neighbor is the big, okay, that's in the next slide, I'll come to that. Work on stamina, that's the most powerful weapon. Work on discipline, perfect discipline. Without discipline, no man can lead a team. And of course, maintain a TTT. Not morning one tea, noon one tea, evening one tea. Trust, truth, transparency. Trust and truth and transparency are very important in business, in life. Go to the next one. So create jobs, not just money, because creating job will anyhow get you money, and if you just make one too many, you may not create jobs. Work for value and not profits. Many people work for profits. They don't realize that value is going to be a wealth and profit is only cash. Invest more and spend less. Investing means you are putting money where money will come back. Expenditure means you are spend money and nothing comes back. Neighbor is biggest enemy. उसकी साड़ी मेरी साड़ी से सफेद क्यों? उसकी गाड़ी मेरी गाड़ी से लंबी क्यों? और उसकी दाढ़ी मेरी दाढ़ी से काला क्यों? Act poor. Very powerful way of living life is acting poor. Otherwise, you will be king of good times. Avoid EMI. You want to know what is heaven? Heaven, clutter-free brain, fear-free mind, EMI-free life. So never get into EMI. मैंने कभी जिंदगी में पर्सनल लाइफ या कंपनी लाइफ में बोरोइंग किया ही नहीं है. आज मेरा पास एक बैंकर है, उसका पास मेरा 100 करोड़ उसका पास पड़ा है, उसका पैसा कभी मेरा पास नहीं पड़ा है. Frugality, act poor. I want you people to keep in your mind. You will never have a stress if you don't have a EMI. Love nature, not gadgets. Is that simple? That's simple. Nature is free. Love music, not food. Because music doesn't make you ugly. Burn calories and not salaries. मेरा punchline है बेटा. Petrol and diabetes, whichever country consumes more petrol has more diabetes. Whichever city has more cars have more heart attacks. डर लगता है? Yes. Please build up stamina. That's the most powerful weapon. I want you people to remember 4 words: focus, learn, grow, and enjoy. Please don't change the order. Right? Next slide, please. Of course, this is not meant for children, it is meant for parents. But I am sure children are going to be parents. And I want you to remember this. Please don't pamper parent. 95% of the children are pampered, not parented. Overfeeding is not good. Underfeeding is the best option if you want to try. Don't sit next to the children and coach. They will become handicapped forever. Please allow them to think. If they have an ability to think, they will never need a support. Don't work on their megabytes. It's memory. Work on their megahertz. It is the speed. Please don't protect them from pains. They have to undergo all pains. Life is 2 innings. First innings is all pleasure. Second innings is all pains. First innings is all pains. Second innings is all pleasure. Please allow them to undergo all the pains of life. Don't bring in fear in them. Please bring in confidence in them. Darao mat. Confidence dilao. There are 2 words. One is security, another is prosperity. All parents want, unfortunately, secured prosperity. नहीं है, रिस्क लेना ही है. रिस्क नहीं लिया तो मैं मेरा पिताजी से पूछता था मैं बाबे जाऊं क्या आप बोलता था क्या? नहीं है. Security and prosperity are not together. You have to move towards prosperity. Allow children to take decisions. They must have freedom to take decisions. If they don't take decisions, they are becoming vegetables. Next one. This is the last but one slide. I want once again entrepreneurs to understand. In the year 2009, I had already finished 15 years of business. I was thinking my business may be worth 200 crore. Somebody came for stock. They asked me, I want your share. I didn't want to give. If they want and if you don't give, that means the rate can go up. So I thought I must tell 400 crores so that these guys will run away. And I told 400, the guys kept the teacup and went away. Exactly after 6 months again they came back. उसका मतलब मैं सही बोला था ना? This time I said 500 crore. They didn't even wait for the coffee, they went away. Again after 6 months they came. 600. They told, yeah, we know you will tell 600. That's why we have brought up stamp paper. So my 25% of the stock was diluted at 600 crore in the year 2011. Immediately after 15 months, somebody comes, I want yours. In this rate, everybody will knock me out. So I thought I must tell 800. Then I thought, no, these guys will buy 800. I must tell 1000. So I decided to tell 1000. From the heart to the lips, it became 1200. They agreed. No discussion, agreed. So I make a valuation of 1200 crore. And then the first guy who came at 2011 had to go out. So we decided to do an IPO at 1800. In IPO, everybody wanted my stock at 2400. Look, I am willing to give at 1800, but they wanted 2400 because limited stock is available and too many people want stock. So we went at 2400 as a IPO in March 2016 and we got 75 times subscribed. First time after 10 years, the stock market got 75 times subscribed because I am the cheapest, best, most profitable and fittest. So that is the power of the brand. So everybody subscribed for 2400 within 8 days. Within 8 days, 9 days after finishing the subscription, it got subscribed, it got listed at 3300 crore. So which means in healthcare in India, stupids also will not lose money. I want all of you to consider healthcare as the domain. Come to me as a competitor, I will make sure you are successful also. थोड़ा stock देना तो दे दो, नहीं तो मत दो. 25% the industry is growing compound annual. I was growing 25% compound annual growth rate. 40% profit. Look, cheapest is the most profitable. And zero debt, excess cash. 4 times I have given that in 5 years for my private equity partners. Highest return on capital employed. And with all said and done, leadership has some premium. And probably after listening to me, you also go and find, can I buy that script also? That's the power of the leader. Well, I have finished except the last slide. I will give you people a few seconds to read that slide. Please put my last slide. So that's the Mrs. Velumani. I think all of you have become absolutely silent. Even for me, my entire life became suddenly silent. She was having a pancreatic cancer detected only 5 months before her death. We tried to give the best, but I don't think people could save Steve Jobs. And the same problem was with my wife too. And she was there with me in the entire journey. She did all I did, she did all I did not do also. And was the most powerful personality, stood solidly behind this man to be a leader and storyteller and entrepreneur. If you people believe Thyrocare is a great DNA, child as a child, I only gave the spawns and see mother with entire process. I want all of you to appreciate this lady and not me for this powerful story of mine. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So we now have a question and answer session.
Yes, I have no time problem. You people can take as much as you want. I am willing to answer questions. I only have one request. Your question should be shorter than my answer. Go ahead. Yes. है क्या आगे आ जाओ. If somebody wants to ask a question, come and stand here. Go ahead.
Sir, you said don't discuss, just decide.
Yes.
But what was your motivation behind that?
There is no motivation. आगे बढ़ना है तो गप्पा मार के नहीं बैठना है. अपना भविष्य आपको ही मालूम है. अपना दृष्टि आपको ही पहचान, आपको ही मालूम है. ब्रदर्स को उनको अपना अपना दुनिया दिखाई देगा. Spouse को अपना दिखाई देगा. So if you go and sit and discuss, you are getting confused and you may not be able to close it. There is nothing on this earth known as good decision. There is a decision and make it good. There is nothing on this earth known as a good job. There is a job and make it good. And there is nothing known on this earth as a good spouse. There is a spouse and make it good. Have I answered you?
Yes.
Yeah, next question. Yeah.
So, what do you say to yourself after you fail at something?
Then I failed at something. Fortunately, in this business I have not failed at all. So last 25 years I have nothing to worry. But earlier some 1 or 2 small attempts I have failed. But I knew one thing. Sorry to say, this may not be truly liked by all of you. कच्ची उम्र में माँ बनना अच्छा नहीं है और कच्ची उम्र में एंटरप्रेन्योर बनना भी अच्छा नहीं है, क्योंकि मेरा 2-3 फेलियर्स कच्ची उम्र में ही हुई है. Only when you reach 30 years, you understand what's market, what's product, what's brand, what's HR, what's logistics, what is you, what you want. खेल में बहुत सारा चीज हमारे डिस्ट्रैक्ट कर देती है when you are before 30. So I became a matured man, and then onwards I have not failed. But if you start too early, there will be some failures. Don't be scared of failures, because in life some mistakes are there. Please make sure you make all your mistakes very early and don't repeat it. Make all mistakes very early and don't repeat it. So if you ask me, mine is a journey in between सरकार की नौकरी, उसके बाद एक ही बिजनेस चालू किया हूँ. मेरा नसीब बढ़िया था कि मैं जीत ही गया, तो मेरा बारी में आप काफी. By the way, I wanted to put a disclaimer in the beginning. Please don't copy me, because मेरा पास जो हुआ शायद हो नहीं सकता है. मैं फिर से चालू करूँगा, मुझसे भी ये नहीं हो सकता है. वक्त की भी बात भी हो जाती है. Yeah, here.
So what according to you is the definition of success?
Success in delta. Delta is x2 minus x1. Right? आपके पास 10 एम्प्लॉय थे, आज 1000 एम्प्लॉय है, सक्सेसफुल है. और आपके पास 2 करोड़ की टर्नओवर, 2 लाख की टर्नओवर भी नहीं था, अब 25 लाख या 14 लाख या 1000 करोड़ बन गया, तो भी सक्सेस है. 2 बेडरूम हाल में था, अभी आपके पास 4 विला है, तो वो भी शायद सक्सेस है. बट यू नीड नॉट कैलकुलेट इट इन वन एंगल. दैट्स व्हाई आई सेड डेल्टा इज x2 minus x1. If you are not peacefully living, and if you are now peacefully living, that's success. Not necessarily money. I want you to also understand success. अगर आप मर गया, सिर्फ रेशन कार्ड ही रोया, सक्सेस है ही नहीं है. उनको नहीं रोएगा तो पड़ोसी क्या सोचेगा. 15 लाख रोया ताकि वो वीक में जो भी था घर पे आया था, उसका मतलब आप किसी का दुख नहीं किया था, लेकिन कुछ अच्छा भी नहीं किया था. अगर पूरा बिल्डिंग जमा हो गया, उसका मतलब आप किसी से मुस्कुरा तो था, तो पूरा बिल्डिंग वाला आया. समझो पूरा जिला आ गया, पूरा डिस्ट्रिक्ट आ गया, या देश पूरा की पूरा रुक गई. Is there any more questions? Yeah.
Yes, so small. Yes, sir.
Yeah, don't worry, I can hear. I don't have to look at you.
So, the first question would be, so there's a lot of new technologies coming into diagnostics. So Theranos did something, I mean, big in the US, where they're saying ki small samples say we can do a lot of things. So what do you think is future of diagnostics in terms of technology in India? One part. Second part is in terms of biotechnology startups. Do you see India has potential to support them in terms of the human resources? So basically, what is the future of diagnostics and biotechnology in India?
अच्छे दिन आने वाले हैं. That's in short. But let me tell you, healthcare in India, why I am telling come to healthcare. Indian mean age is 28 years. हिंदुस्तान की mean age है 20 years. 125 करोड़ देशवासियों. So you have a country with such a big population, mean age is only 28. Last 5 years, that is from 23 years of mean age to 20 years, it took 40 years. 40 साल में सिर्फ 5 साल इंडिया की उम्र बढ़ चुकी है. उसका मतलब अगला 40 साल में हिंदुस्तान 35 पहुंचेगा. 35 से पहले हेल्थ केयर है ही नहीं है. हेल्थ केयर तो दोस्तों 2050 के बाद, अभी तो पिक्चर बाकी है, ये सिर्फ ट्रेलर है. सो इफ यू आस्क मी व्हाट इज फ्यूचर, फ्यूचर इज रनिंग. तो ये सिलसिला जारी है. Science is not conquered by human beings so far. Innovations have to come, simplifications have to come. 50 साल पहले किसी ने ये नहीं सोचा कि मोबाइल फोन में सब कुछ आ जाएगा. So it's very difficult to predict, but अच्छे दिन आने वाला है क्योंकि 8 billion brains are working. In India, 1 billion brains are working and 1 million smartphones are working, 1 million computers are, 1 billion computers are working. कुछ ना कुछ निकलेगा. But it's very difficult for me to predict and tell ऐसा ही होने वाला है क्योंकि किसी को मालूम नहीं था 3 महीना पहले डिमोनेटाइजेशन होने वाला है. Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
So you just mentioned that to work on stamina. I just want to know that how to work on stamina, or what is your motivation to work on.
आपके पास गाड़ी है क्या?
You have bike.
निकाल दो. Stamina आपने यहाँ बढ़ेगा. We are stupid to find the methodologies of reducing stamina. एक जमाने में नीचे बैठता था, फिर कुर्सी आया. कुर्सी में उतना अच्छा नहीं लगा, सोफा आया. चल के जा रहा था बिना चप्पल. अभी उसके बाद शू पहन के चला, उसके बाद गाड़ी खरीद. I want to listen to, I want you to understand one small WhatsApp message which had come. Somebody was walking and selling some commodity. He made some profit. Then he bought a bicycle. He made more profit. Then he bought a scooter. He made more profit. Then he bought a car. He made too much of profit. Then he bought a BMW and he made too much of profit. And he had some problem in health. He went to the doctor and doctor told, भाई साहब आपको वापस साइकिल खरीदना पड़ेगा. Stamina. Mind you, all gadgets. Let me tell you, आजकल की नारी, let's not tell नारी, आजकल के आदमी घर पे 3 नौकरानी रखता है और सुबह एक जिम, शाम को एक जिम पे जाता है. नौकरानी नहीं रखा तो स्टैमिना अपने आप बढ़ेगा. And if a mother-in-law is scared of the daughter-in-law, means daughter-in-law का पास स्टैमिना ज्यादा है. Is that clear? ओ स्टैमिना जाना है, चाहिए तो चल के चलो, दौड़ के दौड़ो. मैराथन रेस में आजकल तो बहुत मैराथन है. उस जमाने में मैराथन कभी रेयर था. पूरा पुणे में भी कम से कम साल में 15-20 मैराथन होता रहेगा. कम ऑन जेंटलमैन, स्टैमिना बढ़ाना है, बहुत आसान है. खर्च कम करो, स्टैमिना बढ़ जाती. लास्ट बट 2 questions. Yeah.
Sir, you said to focus on HR, IT and logistics.
Yes.
So how did you approach those, means mastering those fields?
ऐसा तो she says HR, IT, logistics. For me, I'm a mathematics man. So naturally computers were my friends and I'm a lazy man. तो कंप्यूटर से जो काम होता है वो मैं खुद बैठ कर नहीं करना चाहता हूँ. तो इंट्रोड्यूस किया कंप्यूटर को ताकि काम. सो आई बिकेम एन IT मैन. लॉजिस्टिक्स, पूरा हिंदुस्तान में सैंपल मुझे एक जगह पे लाना है. सो आई वर्कड आउट लॉजिस्टिक्स. दिमागदार रहेगा तो लॉजिस्टिक्स अपने आप जगह पे बैठती है. HR, फ्रेशर, ट्रेन, पोजीशन देम. जो जीतता है वो शायद हार सकता है, जो जीताता है वो कभी हारता नहीं है. मैं एम्प्लॉइज लेता हूँ, ट्रेन करता हूँ. पूरा 2 साल के बाद आके बोलता है सर मुझे अच्छा काम मिला. कितना पगार मिला? 4 गुना मिला. भागो भागो भागो. I am a man who will be continue to create freshers. I have employed so far 8,000 people. So HR is nothing but get good resources, train them and make you powerful. Don't look for English speaking. Look for the one who can analytically do things very intelligently. ये सिखाना आसान नहीं है. आपको मौका मिला तो सवाल पूछा, लेकिन इसका जवाब देना है तो तीनों सब्जेक्ट में, एक सब्जेक्ट में 2-2 दिन बात करना पड़ेगा. लास्ट क्वेश्चन. या
Sir, you were saying कि you sell your service for a cheaper price. अभी बाकी मार्केट में कैसे है? Like you made a new competition by selling things at cheaper price, selling your diagnostics at cheaper price. Wasn't there a little bit of fear कि हाँ भाई risk ले रहा हूँ लेकिन ये मुझ पर तो नहीं इतना आएगा कि मतलब it won't hit me hard, right? So won't it backfire on me?
there are 2 kinds of risks. There are 2 kinds of risk. In one risk, you lose very little. But if you get it infinite. In another, if you get it, you get very little. If you lose everything. In my business, what I have taken, 2 लाख डाल रहा हूँ, 2 ही लाख डाल रहा हूँ, मेरा क्या 20 करोड़ का नुकसान आएगा क्या? नहीं आएगा. इसलिए मैं बोलता हूँ, don't borrow before you start the business, don't look for partners before you do the business, because once you collapse after borrowing and taking equity from elsewhere, you will be completely gone. I built a business with stamina, तो मुझे खोने के लिए डर था नहीं. If you are scared, that means you have something in your hand. Please, you want to know how to become poor? You must know how to become poor. Just remove whatever is with you and fight with your father. Come out of the home. You are poor. Then you can become rich. One day I was discussing with my son on a lunch table. My wife, my daughter, my son all are sitting. I told my son, he was not focusing in 12th standard, बेटा देख मेरा दादाजी बहुत धनवान था, उसी कारण मेरा पिताजी कंगाल हो गया. मेरा पिताजी बहुत कंगाल था, उसी कारण मैं बहुत धनवान हो गया. अभी मैं तुम्हारा बारे में चिंतित हूँ. उसने 1 मिनट साइलेंट था, उसके बाद बोला, डैडी मैं बहुत खुश हूँ. क्यों? मेरा बेटा बहुत धनवान रहेगा. You want to become a billionaire? Yeah, I want to give you a clue how to become a billionaire. There are only 3 ways of you becoming a billionaire. First one, your father should have been a billionaire. कोई शरद पवार की बेटा तो इधर नहीं है, या शिंदे या पाटिल का बेटा तो इधर नहीं रहेगा, तो बिलियनर तो नहीं है ना. Next, your father-in-law should be a billionaire. All unmarried boys must be thinking, I have a choice. Obama's daughters are not going to marry you. And all the girls who are sitting here must be thinking, mera chance hai. Salman Khan is not going to get married. And Rahul Gandhi is not worth marrying. So you are left up with only one choice, last choice, SB, AD, MK. सर ये क्या तमिलनाडु का शशिकला का जयललिता का पार्टी लगता है? SB, AD, MK. SB सीधा बैठो, AD अपना देखो, MK मेहनत करो. That's the only way to become billionaire. You have no other choice. I have become a billionaire only by doing an SB, AD, MK. God bless all of you. Become very powerful. Thank you, Vishwapreneur, for making me a part of this event. I hope I have brought you. Thank you very much.